So most of you don't know that Chad and I met on Facebook dating. You heard that right? Facebook dating. We were each other's first match, which seems like fate to me. We couldn't meet up for a week because of Chad's custody schedule, so we texted and FaceTimed, and we got to know each other before meeting. I remember when he asked me to FaceTime for the first time, I was freaking out because I thought it would be so awkward, but it was actually the opposite. We talked for hours and it felt so natural. And finally, Friday rolls around and it's time for our date. Now, I'm living with my parents, so when he came to pick me up, he walks up to knock on the front door, thinking he'd have to meet my dad first, but I came out before he made it to the door. Our first date was at Olive Garden. I don't remember much about the dinner, but I do know that neither of us were ready for the date to be over. So Chad asked me what I wanted to do, and this was during COVID, so there wasn't really anywhere to go. We ended up deciding to go back to his house for a little while. Now, when we were FaceTiming, I had made a little hint about Chad putting a ring pop on my finger, basically saying that, he wants to marry me. And I didn't think that he would actually do it, but when we were on the way to his house, he opened up the center console of his truck and he pulled out a ring pop. He said that he spent a couple of hours searching around different stores to find the blue raspberry kind because that's my favorite flavor. And I knew right there that I was going to marry this man. So we get back to Chad's house, and I remember we put something on the TV, but neither of us knows what it even was. We weren't watching it. We were too busy talking. We talked all night, it felt like. We just never ran out of things to talk about, and that was the nice thing with Chad. And I still remember before I left, we were in the kitchen, and he kissed me for the first time. This is one of those dates where afterwards you just feel all giddy and you just can't stop smiling and thinking about it. So, of course, we had a second date. Our second date was in Austin. We went to the Congress Bridge to see the bats. And we went to this place called Salt Lake Barbecue, which I would not recommend. It was not very good, but the date was good. For our third date, we went to Top Golf, and I had never been to Top Golf before, so I thought it was like putt-putt, and boy, was I wrong. But when we got back to his house after that date, I remember we walked in the front door, and Chad looked at me, and he said, "So is it safe to assume that we're official now?" And of course I said yes. And kids, that's the story of how I met your father.